Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Seas of Hysteria. This is episode 8. If you're watching us on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe. We do this almost every Sunday. DM, take us away on that recap.
All right. So the last time the party picked up where they left off before, where they had just finished coming out of the mine shaft, and um, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting names already. Hold up here. Calvin got into a little tussle with one of the guards there, and finds out that this guy's kind of like a big deal. Anyways, he gets arrested. So he's sitting in his jail cell when it kind of starts, and he hears a whisper coming from outside, and it's Lily, and Lily's kind of outside saying, "Hey, I'll break you out. Is that what you'd like?" And Calvin says yes. Well, at the same time, the other two, Varian and Carter, are walking through the town. Did you guys do the shopping before or after you met? You
After.
did that after. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
'cause
Yeah. Well, did you pick up bullets and stuff? It doesn't matter. Anyways, you guys met up to the sheriff's office, got in there, kind of found out. They had no intentions of really keeping him there. It was more so they needed to get an interrogation, just the situation, how it looked with him coming out of the mines and the kids and blah, blah, blah. And you find out that he is the brother. You two find out Calvin still believes that this guy's the sheriff. However, he's not actually the sheriff. He just kind of works there. But anyways, so then you guys get back and you realize that not only do you now have a date with Lily that was offered after she offered to blow you out of the sheriff's department before you guys were like, no, never mind. The group gets in there and gets you out. She asked you on a little date and you said yes. And then you realize you have two dates planned, one with Destiny and one with Lily.
Well,
So
fair. Lily didn't give an exact time frame.
I mean, I can't speak for her. I don't know. She does her own thing.
Fair.
But anyways, so Drake goes up to Lily to kind of, or not Lily, I'm sorry, up to Destiny at the church for that date. Lily shows up to where Carter and, oh, I'm sorry, I missed a little thing. You guys also met with a shopkeep in the town. A mysterious fellow kind of popped in. You got to kind of gamble into a bag. Varian pulled out his, what was the sword called? It had a name.
sort of bloodthirst.
Sword of Bloodthirst. He pulled the sword out. It also had a little trinket on it. You guys should see more of that as it comes into play later and what it all does. But anyways, he pulled a sword, and they kind of got back. And they also had some stuff that they found in the mines last time. It was a dagger and a pistol and a few other trinkets and stuff like that. So they get back to the innkeep with Lincoln Lane Senior, and he's kind of looking over it. And they kind of come to the conclusion that it looks like it goes together. So they start kind of trying to figure it out. At this point, that's when Calvin leaves, heads up to the church to meet with Destiny. Lily shows up at the inn, and she's dressed in a very nice dress. She's got some heels on, threw some makeup on. Her hair is nice and done, obviously ready for a date. In which Varian and Carter start, joking around. Kind of, Carter doesn't, or not Carter. Calvin doesn't know this, but he was thrown directly under the bus, under the carriage, we'll say. So, anyways, Lily kind of prestidigitation, tried to take the rust and stuff off the weapon pieces, which pulled off. We did some research and we realized that it wouldn't have pulled rust, but it did pull off dirt, grime, things like that, made it cleaner. So the pistol does need a little bit more work. But after that, they decided we're going to go down to the tavern to wait on Terrence. Because Terrence right now is kind of out doing something with some shipping. So you guys are kind of in a tavern waiting while Calvin and Lily, Calvin was up at the church to about meet the Destiny. He goes to knock on the door when Lily kind of hollers down the street, and he looks and he decides, oh, I'm going to go with Lily right at the right moment as Destiny's about to open the door. And Calvin and Lily kind of decide we're going to go throw axes and get some drinks. And that's kind of where we're picking up. I'm sorry that's all over the place, but it's been a week. 2 weeks.
Weeks.
Fantastic. It's pretty on point,
Anyway.
though.
Just about got all that.
All right, so we will actually kind of start off with the date. Not really going to do too much into it. We will say that you guys find a nice little spot. It's a nice little bar. Maybe 10, 15 other people in there. Long range halls for throwing axes. There's a bunch of lanes, like a bowling alley would have, like 20 lanes, except it's like a bunch of axe throwing lanes. Large steins of beer to keep the beer cold, and then you've got wooden mugs that everyone's kind of drinking out of. It's a really nice place. Go ahead and roll some. Give me a performance check.
Performance.
Let me see. I just want to see how well you did at throwing the axe and stuff.
Is this before or after you've had a few drinks?
We're gonna do a couple.
Okay.
See how well he did through the night. Yeah, you're kind of there with Lily getting some drinks. 17. Yeah, you're starting off strong. The crowd kind of takes notice. Calvin, you're not from here. And when you first get in there with her, everyone's kind of weary. Everyone knows Lily. They're all, kind of, hey, welcoming her in. You kind of look around. There's like leaderboards for the most consecutive bullseyes and things like that. And you notice a lot of these are held by Lily. So yeah, you get the sense that she's been here a while. So your initial performance of 17, that's pretty good. Everyone's kind of taking notice, like, okay, bringing someone nice in. Get a few beers in you. Give me one more. Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
Well, I don't accidentally kill anyone.
All
Don't
right.
want to get you in another jail.
So you started strong. It's been a little while since you've drank, I guess. You haven't been axe throwing in quite a while. The crowd that was initially around you, not so much there anymore. But, Lily's keeping good interest in you. You guys find a little table, have a little drink there, and kind of get to know one another. Before I push past your little date here, is there anything you'd kind of like to talk to her one-on-one about before you guys kind of make your way back towards the tavern? Or you guys were going to be heading towards her warehouse or something, weren't you, after that?
I really don't know what Calvin would be trying to do. Like, it would be more of he didn't know. Oh, well, one, the state was kind of sprung up on him, so he wasn't really prepared to ask anything to her.
So as you guys are kind of progressing through the night and having drinks and stuff, she's more so kind of showing interest in, what exactly you do. It's kind of up to you if you want to kind of let her know that. So she'd kind of be talking to you, sitting there at the bar, having a few beers. You threw your axe, maybe the head of it flew off as you threw it down, and you kind of took a step back, like, why don't we have a seat and just talk for a bit? And you guys are sitting there. So, what exactly is it that you do up there in Olympia?
Oh, just go around, find things, bring things to other places. It's more of, like a carrier kind of thing, I guess. It is not the best. Now, while I was in the military, that was so fun. That was so much better.
As she's drinking, oh, you were in the war then?
I was in the Navy, yeah.
Well, I don't want to pry too much into that. I know it's stressful. My father was he was in the military himself. Kind of fought for the other side though. She's taking a bit of a drink.
We're kind of
Neither
told
here nor there.
Exactly. We're kind of told what to do, when to do it. It's good for growing up, I guess, Take powder cake from here, put it over there, get more cannonballs, do that. Scrub floors, scrub this. It had a little more, I guess, you knew what you were going to be doing. Here, I never know where I'm going to be. I didn't even know this place existed half the time. We were
More
always
structure.
just a little more. Kind of knew exactly what you were doing, but
So you're just like the Royal Courier Service now?
technically, yes.
Give me a deception check.
Well,
I'll give it to you at advantage.
Okay.
Can we do deception or persuasion, depending on if
Are
Calvin
you-
thinks he's telling the truth or not?
Wow.
Starting out rough today, huh?
Very rough. It's a beer. You might have spiked it.
What
I don't
is
know.
your persuasion?
My persuasion is -1.
It's the same?
Yeah.
It wouldn't have mattered then.
She doesn't believe you either way.
I will say this. Since she doesn't actually know what you do, she's not going to read too much into this. However, she does get the feeling that you're kind of, um, you know,
Maybe a half.
pulling one over. Yeah. She does. She does know that you were delivering things. She's heard this through, you guys kind of help with the oh my gosh, the wolf attack. So she knows that you guys were delivering things, but she gets the idea that there's more to it than that, not just couriers, but pushing on. Right, just curious then with what was that? A manifested cannon and most people are when they're doing courier work, they're more like, peasant level. Y'all don't strike me as peasant level. You understand what I'm saying?
I get what you say, but at the same time, what's the difference between me and peasant level, like carrying potatoes? Just how more expensive things are. If I have to pick someone up and bring them somewhere else, or if I have to get cargo and bring it somewhere else, same thing. It's still technically courier service, is it not?
So you're more of like a tradester.
In a way, yeah.
Okay, so
I work for slightly higher than minimum wage, so just slightly higher.
give me a, what is it for beer? Con save?
I'd say so.
Are you
yeah.
consistently drinking, or are you just having like here and there?
Well, I'm guessing, would this place be shoving beer in my face the whole time?
Lily's, like I said, pretty much top dog in this place, and they're keeping the pitchers on the table as long as y'all want them.
So then I'd be drinking
Hey, go ahead and
constantly.
give me a con check, not a save. Just give me a Constitution check. All right, you're handling it well. You're probably like 3 or 4 beers in right now, and you're used to the gambling, and you're used to the casinos, and you're used to the drinking. Oh, speaking of, there is the triple P going around here. So,
All day.
anyways, so you're sitting there, and she kind of looks. So, you work for a courier service, sure. Are your services for hire? Like, would you consider like not working in Olympia?
I mean, does it pay better? But at the same time, I really don't know. I just
Let's
kind of
just
was
say,
thrown this job after I got out of the military, so it's kind of like a reference.
let's just say this: Olympia is the capital. They won the war, did they not? Yet, when you look around the city, do you see Olympian guards?
I'm
No.
I'm probably scratching my head to think if I actually saw one or not.
Yeah. So when you were at the sheriff's office, you'd know that it's under completely different jurisdiction here. It's run by pretty much the sheriff, from what you gathered.
Yeah.
So no guards. She'll kind of look at you. Let's just say Olympia can't really push their product. They don't really know the sellers. And they're damn sure not going to meet with them because they just spent 8 years killing them. So, yes, I'd say we can pay more. Let's just say Olympia pays us to handle their dirty work, doing their trading. We get a cut of their money.
Fair
But
enough.
if you're couriers and you're looking to, distribute a little bigger, make a little bit more money, It's on the table, and I'm sure you'd have to talk with your crew about it. She kind of looks at you. You're in a crew, right? You're not like a god or something, right?
Well, to be honest, if you're calling us a guard, it's very lighthearted. I don't even think we're really guards. We've pretty much been told to pick things up here, bring it over there. While guards, guard a town. We go from town to town, I guess.
She kind of looks at you. Hold on, was this your first real mission?
One and a half?
Hang
Maybe,
on.
maybe a couple before that, but nothing like too crazy.
Right. Well, how about this? If you're interested, maybe I'll show you the warehouse. Get out of here. I think your friends were heading that way too. They were going to meet with out of character really fast. You guys did talk to her, and she told you to go meet with Terrence, correct? She did tell you that.
Yeah, she
Alright,
gave
just
us
making
that
sure.
coin with the scratches on it. So
Yeah, I was just making sure that it wasn't y'all's idea. That was something. Okay, so back into it. I told your friends to meet down there. So I mean, if you'd like to.
He scratches his face. You know what? Why not? A breath of fresh air will maybe be nice.
Perfect. She looks behind the bar. All right, Jerry, go ahead and tab us out. She kind of looks in the back, and there's this fellow standing back there. Kind of looks up, and you see he's got like a book in front of him and a pen. He's writing in it. And when she says Jerry, he kind of looks up, gives her a little nod, and looks back down. Goes back to writing in his little book. And she looks back to you. All right, he'll cash us out. All right, let's head that way, I guess. And I'll jump to the other guys. All right, so you guys are sitting at this really awesome table.
We're just across the. We're at the bar, looking at this really awesome table.
Oh, you hadn't been sat down yet. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right, because that's Terrence's table. So yeah, you're looking at this table. Underneath, it's kind of like a loft. I think I said it's a very dark setting. I don't know if I told you the name of the guy behind the bar. However, while you guys are sitting there waiting, he did say that he was going to head out and go find Terrence and kind of see what was going on. After like 10 minutes or so, you have had another bartender kind of come by and ask if y'all wanted drinks in the waiting time. So if you did, you have drinks in front of you. But the other fellow that comes back, I'm gonna give him a name now. His name's gonna be Bubba. We're just gonna call this guy Bubba.
Wait, which one? The guy we were dealing with before was Milo. Is this a new guy?
It was? All right, so cool.
Yeah.
Then this new bartender's Bubba, and his name was Milo.
Yeah.
See, I'm glad you took notes.
Hmm.
It was right at the end, man. I was like mentally shut down.
It's all good.
Let me write this in my notes page. One sec, y'all.
At the Lucky Bunny Tavern.
I remembered that part.
Which just has the most awful spelling.
All right. So Milo heads back. He had like a gruffer voice, right?
I believe so.
He kind of comes back. All right then. Right. Terrence said it's good to head on back. Whenever you all are ready, I see you got drinks here. All right, Bubba, I'm gonna take them to the back.
Of course.
He kind of looks at you guys. Behind the bar, you have one of those old timey where it flips up. The wood flips up. He's kind of leading you back behind the bar through the back kitchen area that would be there, out through the back door, and be coming into kind of a back alleyway. And I'm gonna drop you guys into that really quick.
So, Milo, where did you acquire such a fine table?
Give me
Black
one
screen.
sec. Yeah, I got you. All right, so Varian and Carter can drop their tokens here. And Drake, you can drop your token over here. Dope. All right. Drake, I'll get back to you. You're kind of back there. Where's Lily's old token at? Is the music still going, by the way?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're good.
Okay. Where's Lily's token? All right. You guys aren't there yet. Varian and Carter would be closer. Drake, you're going to come in a couple of rounds or so. As you
Yep.
guys are kind of walking back, enjoying the moonlight, the lanterns are all lit now as the sun is completely set. And you look up, the moon's about quarter full. Waxing's when it's going away. So is it waning when it's coming to? Waxing.
No, I think
and,
wax
no,
is
waxing's
coming to, waning is retreating.
Right, right. So it's in a waxing crescent right now. As you guys are kind of walking, enjoying the lanterns with the fire and all that stuff. As you're walking by, you notice too that it's not like gas lanterns; these are like magical fire inside of these things. And yeah, you're just enjoying your evening. And Varian and Carter, I don't have a Milo token, however.
I assume
So you
he's just
kinda get
ahead of
here.
us.
Yeah, you kind of get here. I can bring you guys inside. Oh, I feel bad for Drake because he's got the camera.
That's fine.
Actually, here, Drake. You guys are going to come into there. You can't see what the other people are doing, though. That's that. And that's Terrence. All right. So you guys kind of, you're walking through the alleyway, and Milo kind of shows you this big old warehouse kind of in the middle of the... when we go back to the town map, I'll kind of show again where this all is. But yeah, there's this warehouse in the middle of this alleyway kind of behind the bar. You kind of come in through the doors. Terrence is standing there. You see a couple other of the bandit crew looking people. These guys over here, they've got like a train going on. They're kind of walking back and forth, just kind of taking boxes and bringing them back and forth. But yeah, you can, if you'd like to give me just a general perception check of what you're kind of seeing in here, you're more than welcome to. Drake, you can do it too, and we'll get back to you whenever we get to there.
Probably good to keep our eyes open. Or not.
Good.
Yeah, just the mass of the place. It's a lot to take in, you know, when you first walk through the doors. It is kind of a dimly lit, not like overhead lighting or anything like that. So it is dimly lit in here. So you know, you get that
Yeah,
they're
we
kind of
should
moving.
keep our eyes open. Oh, hey, that table looks very similar to the one we were just looking at.
If you do look in the ahead of you, you do see that it says like gunpowder and stuff seems to be what they're moving with the boxes. There's also some boxes that you notice kind of look like what you were actually moving from Olympia. Some of the Aerarium boxes. Broken kegs off to the side, labeled, you know, whiskey, rum, things like that. Some liquor bottles, and then in the very back, not too much that you can really see. You see a couple of doors and stuff, but. Terrence kind of looks over. Right then. What do I owe the pleasure?
Ah, Terrence. Well, we spoke with Lily earlier, and believe you're most likely the man to give us a hand at setting up a bit of an information network. You see, we're beyond just delivering our cargo. We're also here to cut off the escape of a group of... I'm not certain the way they want to be referred to. They call themselves the Pirates. I believe they're mercenaries.
You mean-
They may be passing through here.
He kind of looks like. You mean like real pirates or like I'm a
No.
pirate?
No, like mercenary pirates.
Okay. Well, I am gonna pull up the town map for this.
Yep.
Maybe if I can find it. Why did it do that? All right. So yeah, he would kind of zooming out. So most of the people that live here, you know, or not live here, work here at the docks. Not a lot of them actually live inside of the city. That's more so the the upper class, I guess, mostly the traders, the people doing a lot of the business. On the outside is where most of your workers live, um, and on the outside, let me get like a pen. I'm probably going to erase this, but I know you guys might need it. Let me go thicker than that. Can I not do it thicker? Whatever. All right, all the towers here labeled in blue, these are all kind of run by the BBC. So all the guards that you guys all kind of saw, in armor and stuff like that, that's more given out by the not really it's kind of by the city hall. They have an armory kind of thing. So kind of like you guys did at the church where you went up there and volunteered, they have like a volunteer guard thing here. There's an armory where they go and get outfitted, so they all wear the same stuff, but the one here with the blue line, that's run by BBC, as well as, I'm just going to kind of these ones I'm not keeping. But kind of anything on the outer skirts of the exterior is kind of the people who more so keep an eye on things, watch for things, and relay the information inwards. Whereas the stuff on the inside would be your more upper class of the dock workers and things like that. So like Lily would be more on the interior, if that makes sense.
Okay. So if I wanted to know if someone was coming along the West Road, would that be something that the Bloodblight crew could get me?
All right, I'm going to swip it back in here. I am not, because I just brought myself here and left y'all there. So he kind of looks at you. I mean, do you have pictures? I mean, we have really kind of nothing to look at and know what we're looking for.
How often do gangs of mercenaries pass through this town?
Seriously?
It's an honest question.
Come on, we're one of the biggest pirating crews of the seas, man. The BBC. What?
Reach into my journal and kind of pull it out. How would I go about making? Because I assume we had some sort of description or sketch of the family we were looking for, right? Each of the family members.
You have a flyer.
Excellent. Then I will see about handing that to him.
All right.
At least one among them should appear as this.
He kind of looks down at it and back up to you all and back down. All right, these are all these are kind of posted everywhere from Olympia with the kingdom.
Indeed.
What y'all's wanting? I thought you all were just kind of curious.
Do a little bounty.
Curious is one word for it. Main goal is looking for the father, Theodore, I believe. However, I believe the most effective way to catch him would be to at least deal with or communicate with these pirates. They may offer us leads on how to find him.
He kind of he pulls out his little pocket watch and kind of looks at it. All right, well, hold on a second. Let's see if I'm gonna see if Lily's back then. Hold on right here. He kind of looks over to the two that are kind of running the stuff back and forth, and he kind of gives him a little nod and kind of touches his pocket, and then heads over to the door. And you notice that the two that are there are kind of like now kind of keeping an eye on you two. All right, we're gonna swap over here to Calvin. All right, this is weird that they can't see you, and that's so cool. Anyways. All right, he kind of walks in, sees that Lily's there. Calvin's kind of sitting there. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't really realize there's going to be a company coming back this way, all through the front door there, Lily. I think we could have like a moment, if you don't mind. And Lily kind of looks at you. Yeah. There's papers scattered everywhere. You see that there's a couple other guards in here. They're kind of picking stuff up. And she kind of walks over there towards Terrence, and they're having a little discussion. And Calvin, you kind of see her eyes like looking towards him and then kind of darting towards you and then back at him a little bit. Anything you want to say or do?
I don't know. I probably just stand there.
All right.
Just waiting.
Varian and Carter, give me another perception check.
Why not? What's the worst that could happen? Oh, that's pretty bad.
Did this
Oh, that's
really
really
just
bad.
happen?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You guys went up by 1.
we're just so distracted, I
Yeah,
guess.
I'm
I
just
don't
gonna
know.
again turn to like Varian, like, all right. It seems like they may not approve of our current methods. We should be on our guard. Wow, there's another one of those tables. Like, look at that, just fine artisanship.
They're all over the place.
Oh my god.
Unbelievable. How do they get such fine tables in such a town like this?
The guards are kind of looking at themselves. Are they seriously talking about fucking tables?
What do you mean? Are you serious? Look at this. The mahogany, the engraving. You can see just the fine woodwork to maintain the grain.
Nothing wrong
Truly
with
magnificent.
appreciating artisanship.
I know, thank you.
They kind of slowly start going back to work, keeping less of an eye on you, but still kind of keeping an eye on you. Just kind of like, what is up with these guys at this point? Jump back to Calvin. Lily's kind of sitting there. Right, he's already told me he's not really a carrier, and we're actually discussing right now about being to the highest bidder. Yes, but I don't think the other two are going to be so thrilling about that or wanting. Look, I think they're with the royals, the gods. She kind of looks over to you there, Calvin.
I did very publicly say in the mines that we're the royal guard.
This is true. He did say that.
It was
Terrence isn't the
very
smartest,
epic.
and he was probably
That's true.
actually wrapped up too at the time.
No, actually, he was. That was just before he got wrapped up.
Was it?
Carter
Okay.
went striding into the battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they also don't really know like what that meant. It was more so they think you guys are like a crew. Like that was your crew name. Like, oh, we're the Royal Guard. You know, that's our name. And like they're starting to piece it together now that like you're not just some couriers, and you know, you might actually work for the king and queen.
I didn't say who we worked for, but we are technically couriers. If you want to break it down to brass tacks.
So he kind of he starts showing Lily the pictures. Yeah, the Robertsons. She looks over to you, Calvin. So which is it? Who do you work for? Like what do you do?
Well, like I said, we're couriers in a way.
All right. What of your friends? Do you think that they're willing to progress their careers, or what about them? Should we be worried that there could be some problems? Should we just get you guys out of here and continue on our business and let you continue on yours, or what should we do here?
Well, the only thing I think you would be worried about for Varian is if it's raining outside. He kind of rusts.
Well, I use precipitation. That just pulls that right off. We learned that earlier. Anyways,
True.
she's completely unaware that this does not work.
Completely fine.
We're gonna jump back out. Varian and Carter, one more. You've distracted the guys. I'm giving you advantage this time.
We got it this time.
Let's see. Fools! You see, what I really knew was that I was watching the whole time.
All
I'm
right.
just
Nailed
oblivious
it.
still.
With this said, Carter, I'm gonna say, you've kind of just been pacing back and forth, which would have given you kind of an eye that there's, two other guys back here. Also, while you're walking, um, in your travels, in your encounters, with the war and things like that, certain things remind you, like, instantly of something, like a smell. And as you're walking and kind of walking back and forth, you start to smell this very pungent, like a garlicky, like a body odory scent, mixed with like a bad breathish scent. And you start to hear, as you're coming around the corner and pacing, like a low. And as you
That
walk
sounds
back towards
terrifying.
Varian, the growling kind of stops. And it's only as you're kind of walking towards the opening that you're actually hearing this stuff. And you see that these two guards, as you're kind of peeking around there with that natural 20, they're keeping like a very close eye on the back and not really giving too much look towards what's going on out there. And, as you're kind of walking back and forth, the other guards here at the bottom, oh, hey, keep your eyes to yourself, mate.
Are you kidding me? These tables are just attracting my attention so fantastically. Look, the one over here, and I marched like a little further past, give it a little bit of a spin around. Just look, like the way the wood carvings on this. Is that a dragon there, or was it more of a sea serpent? Why don't you give me a little bit of hand with this, Varian?
So I just whispered to you. I'm going to jump back to Calvin really fast. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. All right, so back into here. All right, well, I guess really the only thing we can do is talk with him and see.
I mean,
All right,
yeah.
all right. She kind of walks to the door. Calvin, I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping this would be like a nice little partnership. I'm gonna delete this doorway so you can kind of see out there. Can you see your boys out there?
I see Varian. Little,
I
I'm next to him.
This door would be
a
open
little
too.
Tentin. Oh god, it's so far out.
All right. So yeah, Lily kind of walks out. Terrence right behind. I will let Calvin. You can stay in there, or I can say that you can get to about there-ish, or you can stay where you were. It's up to you.
I'd probably be following behind them.
All right. She kind of walks out. You two again. Well, we had a wonderful date. She looks to you, Varian. Thank you so much for letting me know where he was going to be. He was right there, exactly where you had said.
My eye
I'm
twitches looking at
glad.
Carter and Varian.
She kind of looks at Terrence, kind of whispers to him a little bit, and he whispers back to her. And Terrence kind of goes running off past you, Carter. Out towards that way. Right. Calvin, you can move up too.
Out of curiosity, besides the doors, are there any like windows or anything in this?
There are a bunch of windows. They are blacked out because I didn't want to leave open windows because they are boarded up.
Yep.
But yeah,
Can I
there
get
are
just like a
windows.
kind of a ping on a couple of them?
All right, so you have a
relevant
window.
if I have to jump out a window.
Give me 1 sec.
Already planning our
I'm gonna
escape.
draw it.
Gotta think 5 steps ahead.
There's one. Can you see that line?
No. It would have to be just inside the building for me to be able to see. Oh, I
Right
see
here.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
There's one. There's one behind you there.
Okay.
The other ones you guys can't. I don't think. Yeah, you can't see the rest yet. There is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4.
I can see 3. So those are the
Okay.
only 3 I'm concerned about. Perfect.
All right. So there's that. Oh, I can do this too. Now you can see a name. All right, she kind of looks. So, you see one of these the people that are moving boxes and stuff behind her like rushes up and puts like a chair down, kind of right there in front of the carriage, and she kind of sits down. We have a little bit of business to discuss, if you all
I
don't
think,
mind entertaining me for a second.
Not at all.
Are you are your services for hire, or are you loyal to the crown?
I
She's
haven't
being very
decided.
blunt. Haven't decided. She looks to you, Varian. What about you?
I'm of the same mindset.
What about you, Calvin?
More to the Navy, but I guess that's underneath the king. But I'm no longer with the Navy. What's your benefit
Also,
package
this
look like?
entire time. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Calvin.
What's your benefits patch? What's your benefits package look like?
Benefits package? Well, you ever wanted your own ship? You ever wanted a crew? You ever wanted to explore uncharted lands and whatever treasures you find there are yours? Have you ever wanted to get out of the rule of someone who doesn't give a shit about his own people more so the rest of the people? She kind of looks at the flyer. Do you even know why you're hunting these people?
That is exactly why we're hunting them. I want to know why. Someone wanted them dead. I want to know why.
She kind of looks at you all. Were you all in the service?
In and out.
And do you all wholeheartedly believe for what you fought for?
At the time,
It was a
I
better
always fought
life.
for the people around me.
It was a better life than what I had before.
I'm going to pop out of character really fast so you guys can get a little context. So you guys would know that there have been, just like in real life, there are conspiracy theories. There are things that go around. There are stories of corrupt kingdoms. There are stories of the war being a different way. There are stories of obviously things happening different ways. So as she's talking to you about this kind of stuff and she's bringing up some of these things, I'll reference them. And anyways, just back into character. I'm not looking to demean or take away from any of your service. I know that when it comes to a kingdom, usually the citizens aren't as well educated in the politics, and a lot's usually hidden. And when you're at war with someone, you don't sit down at a table across from one another and really try to figure out what it is you're fighting one another for. You take your orders and you do like you're told. Am I correct in these assumptions? As she looks at you all.
I
Maybe
kind
for
of nod.
others.
Did any of
I've
you ever
noticed.
take the time to sit down with your enemy and ask them, hey, what are you fighting for? She kind of waves her hand in front of you all. And if you look around, some of the guards have come around. They're sitting chairs behind you. So I'm letting you all have a seat. And I'm going to let you have an open discussion with someone you we're in the war against and ask questions. And I'll give you as best of answers as I can. And hopefully we can either educate you or I can at least humor you.
I will say, even if the chair is offered, somewhat out of, I want to say, Carter is acting out of character in the fact that he does not accept it. He is standing there, arms crossed, very much disapproving of this situation.
She kind of gives you an up and down. I promise you it's restrained.
I did not fight in the war for the king or country. I fought for the people. Not just the ones in villages, but those who served beside me.
Right, and I fought for the same things, just for a different side.
It's the way we fight. I've watched far too many men, mere boys, daughters, disappear in a flash of blinding light and brimstone, just because some wizard decided he didn't want them to exist.
She notices that you're standing still, and she kind of stands up. And what about these minerals, these ores that you're transporting out to the city? What do you know anything about them?
They're irrelevant. They were not a part of the war. What they do
No. They're not a
not
part of the war. But you've almost completely eradicated magic. Have you not?
If magic
Gods
is
and deities run from the kings right now. They're in hiding.
So you're saying we should let ourselves be governed by magical creatures beyond our comprehension?
She looks back down to the flyer. Do you know what these people, I'm sorry, Mr. Robinson did for the
I'm
king
going
and
to
queen?
find out.
I suggest you take a seat, because I'll tell you. This Irarium, have any of you done any research on it?
Hardly. But I'm sure you're going to enlighten us.
What if I told you it had the ability to completely freeze a city? Killing everyone instantly. Hundreds of thousands, kingdoms. What if I told you that that could be done with a weapon that's being developed? She kind of looks down at the paper again. And what if I told you that the developer for this weapon worked for the king? Would you find it suspicious that this king despises magic so much that he fights and kills, rises this war, and oh, magic's bad? But now he is... She kind of looks over to the packaging where you clearly see Olympia stamps on the boxes. He's now one of the biggest suppliers of Ararium. Which, I don't know how much you know about it. It's not just blue or green. It's black, red, purple, clear. And they all do all kinds of shit. Some of it we don't even know. So you're fighting for someone that eradicated something, and now they are the strongest. What happens when they turn that against their own people?
I'd ask you the same thing. What happens if your weapons get out of control?
We don't have weapons. We had gods we prayed to. We had
Really?
magics that were given to
Funny.
us.
Sounds like a mountainous lie. Maybe perhaps more of a hill.
Did you fight most of your war in the northern continents or the southern?
I've spent most of my time in the north.
Well there, Carter. I suggest one day you travel to the south and see just what they did before you just believe everything your king tells you.
Not really concerned with what my king is telling me. I'm a little more concerned at the moment with what my nose is telling me.
And like I said, it's restrained. A little something we picked up and well, on a delivery one that gave us a little bit of an issue.
And what do you intend to do with it?
We intend to take it to the southern continent.
And?
Let it free. It's about this time you start hearing a shuffling and a moving and a rustling and a Terrence. It's getting up. And
I
a
don't want
low.
to say I told you so, but
What do you mean
What
it's
is
getting
this?
up? You said it was restrained, and Lily's starting to stand up. And Carter, you start to hear like a popping, like ropes snapping, and another growling.
I'm just going to look at her with just the most annoyed. Like, if looks could kill, she would be dead.
She kind of looks at you. Let's try to keep it dead. Let's try to keep it non-lethal if we can.
If it gets into the town, I am not hesitating.
Let's go ahead and everyone roll initiative.
Oh no.
Let me put
I didn't
that up.
click on it. Okay.
Get some music going. I'm going to put all the guards on their own thing. Where is Lily, Terrence? I just need a freaking bandit stat sheet. Come on. All right, there we go. All right, as I'm going to be rolling the initiative here, I'm going to paint the picture. All right, as you guys are all kind of standing up, Carter, you're kind of reaching for your weapon. You know that something's about to happen. You've had this scent in your nose. You know what this is. You've encountered this before. Give me 1 sec to drop the token on here. All right. As you're standing there and you're hearing this popping and this growling, you see a large, giant-like creature come thundering forward. He's wearing like this bandana. He's wearing nothing but like he's got some like really some shorts of some kind made of like very animal hide. Like it's not very well made. It looks more like caveman hides. He's just kind of wearing. He's got this red bandana on. Comes thundering out, grabbing the two bandits on the side of Terrence there by the hand, and just kind of throwing them both across the room. Both hitting into this one hitting into this. You kind of see as they hit the barrels, rum just starts kind of rum and alcohol kind of starts coming across the floor there towards you all, and the creature that you guys are all seeing growling down towards Terrence. Give me 1 sec to roll initiative for that.
Oops. Did not mean to do that.
All good. That's that one. Where's my bandits at? You see that the 2 that were thrown were knocked unconscious when they got thrown, by the way.
Oh, that's lucky.
Where is...
It didn't kill them.
Where's their initiatives at? They don't have a... Dadgummit, hold up, yo. They should have this just straight from the compendium. I shouldn't have to have like a token on the board to do this. All right, there's that. Then we just need Lily.
Those bandits are eager to go.
I have not even seen it yet. All right, let me sort this. Oh my gosh. All right, let me set my turn. Oh, so was the giant there. All right, so we got Hill Giant. But yeah, Carter, through your travels and through your combat experience, you've actually, or not Carter, yeah, Carter, you've actually come up against a group of these. The ones from your past, they were kind of like used on the back lines during combat, throwing boulders kind of across, kind of like archers would do with arrows or catapults.
Whose side were they on?
Not yours.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Yeah, not your side. Then we got, why are there 2 Calvins?
What do you mean?
Calvin invoked duplicity.
Is it the 16 or the 13 one on there?
I only rolled once.
Yeah,
13.
he's only got one on there.
What's your number, 16 or 13? Because I see 2.
13.
I rolled 13.
All right. Lily's a 6. He's a 6. All right. With that, I'm just gonna do this. Those 2 are knocked out. Dope. Okay, so how many bandits we got here? 1, 2,
5.
Actually, I don't think.
See him.
I don't think any of them can see him. So if, I'm not gonna dash them into it either. So they're all gonna kind of hold there. All right, Hill Giant is up. Yeah. So you guys kind of see this thing coming around the corner. Terrence standing there now, looking up at this thing, as he will
The giant might go before him.
multi-attack. All right, he's gonna do his great club. Oh no. Oh,
I see you didn't even think to disarm it.
poor Terrence.
My boy Terrence getting battered.
You haven't seen it yet, but there's a reason why he has a club right now.
Oh.
Terrence is a... Oh my gosh, he's only a 12.
No, Terrence.
Oh no!
Is he gonna fly across
What
the
I
room
expect
just
from a
like the other?
giant.
Does Terrence move across the room, or does he go splat?
Fine.
So you see Terrence basically standing up there, looking up. Well, here's the thing, guys. Terrence only has 12 HP total.
Oh, he's dead.
This
No.
mountain giant or hill giant, looking down at him, brings this large barrel up over his head. I'm using that as the club for this, slamming it down on Terrence 2 times. Yeah, just smashing him into the floor. You see him throw the barrel across the room. Now he is screaming out into the hallway there. As he comes around the corner, he reaches down and he starts. He grabs at this a table leg. He's kind of pulling that, breaks that, and he's now looking at all of you.
Not the
Screams
tables.
again. He gets to about right here.
What is that?
That is a hill giant.
I look over at Carter. Less than lethal?
Kill it.
As you see Terrence go down, Lily just kind of looks. Kill it.
All right. I'm gonna spin the chamber on that revolver.
Not a revolver. If you're using the brass pistol, it's not a revolver.
Okay. All right. Brass pistol. So I'm gonna get a +1 for my attack as well as my
Damage.
what's it called? Damage. Yeah. So I'm gonna shoot at it. Did we we got our action surge back and all that, right?
Yeah, we've all long rested.
I am gonna
So-
say too, you'll have to move a little bit. That barrel that's like right in front of you. Well, he's tall. Now you're good. You can shoot over it. You're good. Go ahead.
I'm going for his head. But yeah, I'm gonna use one of my dead eyes to gain advantage on my attack roll.
All right.
So I'm gonna shoot once. So that is a 23.
Yeah, 23 hits.
For 10
Plus
damage.
10 plus 1.
1, so 11 damage. Oh, and then another 10, so that's
Yeah,
21.
21.
For
Yes.
21.
Yep. Then my second hit is gonna be, so that would be 16. 16.
16.
Yeah.
16 hits.
For 13, so 23.
All right.
And then I'm gonna action surge and shoot him one more time.
11
And
is-
that's
or 12.
12 is gonna definitely miss, most likely.
Yeah. 12 misses.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, Calvin, you see this
you
thing
have
kind
an
of.
additional attack. Action surge
Yeah, you
gives
get
you
one
2
more.
attacks.
Oh, another attack. Oh shoot. Okay. I'm gonna. Yeah, that's
That
gonna
hits
miss.
too.
Yeah.
So yeah, Calvin, you see this thing run out, throwing everyone. Lily, you hear her just had a date with her. I don't know if you're trying to be impressive or what, but you get that pop with the first two. You go to take your next 2 shots as you action surge. Something's just not looking right. You're
The
shooting.
barrel's overheated.
Yeah, the barrel's in the way. Something's going on. You hit the back wall. The second one, maybe your sights are off. Maybe the beer's just now starting to hit you.
Carter, you're right. It happens every single time.
Not now, Calvin.
All right. You still have movement if you would like to move anywhere.
I'd like to take a step back right here.
All right. It's gonna bring up Carter.
All right. I'm going to use my action to create a cannon. We're going to go with, we'll go with the Commandant. Use my bonus action to get it to fire for, that's a natural 20 to hit. A total of 22 points of damage, and it's pushed back 10 feet.
Does that work on huge creatures too?
I believe so. Let's see if I can. I will look for that as I go through my turn.
Okay. Yep.
And the other thing I have to do is just call out to the rest of them.
Keep it at range. Don't let it get close.
All
I'll
right.
also just kind of back up 5 feet or so.
You said what was that? 22. Yeah.
And where would your cannon be? Right in front of you, or?
It would be like right next to me. It's a small entity. It'd be like, maybe right to my right here.
Okay. Because it has a health bar, right?
Oh, never mind. It's just pushed 5 feet, but it doesn't matter the size.
All right. All you can get anyways is 5. He's hitting that wall.
Excellent.
So yeah, your cannon comes out. What is it? So it's to call it is the action and the bonus action to fire.
Yeah.
You must have like given a nice pep talk to your cannon because he's not been performing very well lately. He's been missing a lot of easy shots.
Yeah.
So this time,
Well,
man, your
now
cannon.
I actually want to hit something. With the
Yeah.
spiders and things, like sure, we want them dead, but this thing's a problem.
It's a very large target. He can't miss.
He's it's got his arms like wide out, you know, screaming at you all as this force wave hits him like right in the mouth, slinging him backwards. He hits against the wall. He's looking hurt. Kind of stumbles a little bit, shakes off. He is going to use one of his legendary actions. Give me a second. It's not really a legendary action. This is more of a room action, I guess you would call it.
A layer action.
Yeah. He is going to throw a barrel
Call that a legendary action.
of gunpowder.
Oh,
Oh,
I say you just
no.
decided to keep the gunpowder next to the giant.
He can't say anything. He's dead.
No,
I was about to
Lily.
rebuttal that,
But he's dead.
but he's not here.
Kicking a dead horse right now.
If I had known one of those gunpowder barrels were right next to that giant, I would have shot it, but I didn't know.
There's a lot around here. So he slams into it. He's going to throw... I need a dex... Oh, man. What is this?
Oh, it's an insane amount of damage.
It's not that bad. I need...
Really?
Anyone in? How do I... How do I draw a circle? What do I... Wait.
So you can either go to the top left, or you can select a token and give it an aura.
I need to get a 10-foot radius. I'm going to use Varian, because I think that's where it's going.
Awesome.
Or actually, it'll probably go to Carter. I'm going to do it on Carter. I think that's going to hit Lily, Varian. Oh, that's going to hit all of y'all?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I need a DC 14 dex save.
Oh, yeah, this is fine. I didn't
Nice.
see a barrel flying towards me.
It's going to be...
Oh, Carter.
I just look up at this thing. Oh, I guess I should make one for my cannon as well. My cannon passes.
If you save, you only take half damage. As this hill giant gets thrown back from the cannon, feeling that he's hurt, he looks down. He sees these kegs of black powder and rum kind of sitting everywhere. Throws it out at you, hitting Carter right there at your feet. It kind of scatters across the floor, rubbing across the flint as it starts to spark.
Oh, it just hits me directly.
It starts to spark. Fire hits everywhere. There is now a fire in that area. I need to... Can you put that back up so I can draw a circle?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
And I'm going to put a circle around it just so we know. How do I... This is ticking me off so bad.
So start in like the top left corner. So start right here. If you want to draw a circle through.
That is good enough.
That works.
That works.
works.
Yeah.
There we go. That is, I should have drawn it in red. So that is a fiery area. If you're standing in it, you've already taken the damage. If you enter back into it, it'll be another dex save with another roll.
Plan on doing so.
Every turn you start within it. He is also going to roll...
Never mind then.
Or no, every turn you... It'll be... Yeah, every turn... No, every turn, not you starting in it. At the end of your turn if you're still standing in it.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. And I need to do...
Dex save for Lily.
He does not
and,
refresh.
I think the refresh should only occur at the start of its turn. Or, I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm going to forget by then. I rolled the
Okay.
GM, but she rolled a 16.
And one of the boyos.
Yep. Dude, you're about to watch all of these guys melt.
Well, two of the boyos, isn't it?
This man fucking backflips it.
What? I'm actually going to move him out of it. Yeah, he
Yeah, no,
dodges
fair
it.
enough.
Yeah, both of them. They both dodge it. Lily's save, she takes, what was it, 20? What did I say it was?
13.
26, 13. She'll take 13. That's actually going to bring up Lily. What is she gonna do here? She's got the multi-attack scimitars and daggers. Why'd you push him 5 feet?
You can move.
Wait, can she throw him too? Oh, she can do 2 throws too. We'll do that.
Yeah.
She's gonna move to here. The 20 is gonna hit for 7. Then we've got. He's gonna pass through fire. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can kind of see it. 13. I think 4 hit?
3. Oh, no, 4. If it's got an AC 13.
It's at AC 12. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I think it's a 13. Yeah, 13. So 4 hits. That's 7, 12, 14, 19. Plus, where's Lily's at? 14, 19, 7, 26. All right, so almost in unison, Lily like runs out of the fire. She looks back towards all the bandits. Fire at him! And they all just pop off some shots. She throws 2 daggers. One hits, one kind of goes right past, hitting like that couch in the back. One of the bandits also misses as well. We'll say one of the farther ones back, and she kind of like cuts eyes at him. Not again. The bandits are all going to kind of stay where they are. No, it's not. That's going to bring up Varian.
All right. I'm going to come out of the fire. I'm just going to walk straight up to this guy, I guess.
As you're walking up, he's growling and grunting at you. What did I say? It was 26, right?
So I was right there, so I went. Alright, bet. I'll walk right here.
Oh, I allow you guys to walk through people. You just can't stand on the same token. So if you were to like walk through,
Oh, there's a cart in the way, though.
right, it would just be difficult terrain. You still got 20 feet.
Yeah.
You'd have been
He-
fine.
He can get within 5 feet of it, no matter what.
Varian in his armor, he's so dexterous. He'd have had no problem getting through all that. So yeah,
So true. So true.
as you get
He's
close,
dodgeball.
you start to see he's very sweaty. He's starting to look bloodied. He's growling at you. He's got this very nasty, almost like a it's almost like a cigarette breath, but cigarettes really like hill giants don't smoke, but he's got a very smoky, like he eats nothing but raw meat and chews on charcoal is basically what it smells like, as well as the garlicky body odor scent is very strong, very garlicky and oniony, like a fajita. Like that that's what you're in right now.
Awesome. Awesome.
It's like seeping through the metal.
That is disgusting. I'm going to use my bonus action to do my channel divinity to get the advantage on him.
Yep.
And then I'm just going to attack him, I guess.
All right.
First one.
It's pretty good.
Nat.
gotta-
To smite that.
Oh, I'm definitely going to smite that.
Whoa.
Go.
Hold
You
on
told
before you
me-
do.
You told me whenever I get a crit for my sword.
Yep. I did not expect it to be your first swing. Give me a sec here. I gotta pull it up.
Man, this sword is nice.
Where did it go? Is it in... Did I put it in your... It is. I'm looking for it the wrong place. All right. Roll a d12 for me, please.
A D12. A 12.
You've got to be kidding me. Are you ready for what this is about to do, by the way?
Oh, jeez.
On a critical hit, roll a 1d12. The player character takes this plus their con as damage. So you're going to take 12 plus what's your con?
16.
No,
So
what
plus
the
three.
modifier?
Just your modifier.
Plus 3, plus 3.
15.
All right, so 15. You're going to take that to yourself, and you're going to inflict that back doubled. So for 30. So it's not, it doesn't double the damage die or anything like that, but it's already doubled. So you're inflicting an additional 30 damage on top of whatever you're about to roll for damage here.
Give us some damage dice as well, you know.
All
And then
right.
a smite,
So go
you
ahead and
know,
roll
just for
damage.
Good taste.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna use my 2nd level slot to smite this dude.
Yeah.
Watch him crit again.
No, he doesn't roll again.
No. Those are, holy crap.
Yeah, so that's 25, and that's... Yeah, no, that's just...
How do you want to do
Jesus
this?
Christ.
I guess after seeing him just absolutely squish my boy Terrence like that, I'm just gonna chop him straight in half.
Yeah. So, Varian, you do this like sidestep dance as you're running through the fire. Your metal armor is actually kind of like glowing as you're running up. The sword's heated too. You run and do like this jump in the air as this giant that's been slammed against the wall is just now looking defeated. And you run your blade right down through the center of him, splitting him in half as he falls in 2 pieces, looking at you. And you feel a pinch on you as you take that 15 damage back. Standing there, barely breathing heavy, as there's a... How tall? These are like 20 feet tall, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, something like that. Like, he was probably hunched over to fit in this
He
warehouse.
was. When you pushed him back, he kind of stumbled and hit the wall. That's where he threw the barrel from. So he's kind of in a sitting position as you ran and slit him kind of basically in half from head to groin there. And you're just kind of standing there now in a puddle of... Poor Terrence.
Yeah.
A puddle of Terrence and Hill Giant. I will, I'm gonna go ahead and cancel initiative here. I did not expect you to hit crit that. That's pretty dope. I will mark that also down for your thing so you know that too.
All right, dope. So
I'm
I
gonna
take the
take this
damage
guy.
that I roll on the D12 and the plus 3.
Yeah, plus the con.
Okay.
So it's very cool, but I'm like waiting for like when you've got like 10 health and you take
Yeah,
a swing with
worth
that
it.
sword.
Could I
Worth
kill
it.
myself when I
Such
killed
Worth
him?
it.
Now, I will also say this. This is considered like your magical weapon, like stated. It will level up, and there will be other things that happen as well. So as things happen, I'll let you know, hey, let me know when you roll this again. But as of right
so
now...
the more often it knocks you down, the more powerful it gets. Which means the more damage it does to you. So the more often it knocks you down.
I will say this. The next condition you need to meet. Hey, next time you get knocked out by taking damage from your sword, let me know.
All right. I'll have to keep that in mind.
Varian's just
Running
gonna be...
around on 1 health.
Yeah, hey, do I have to take a long rest? He's just like
1 health in a
dying
dream.
off exhaustion.
Full 1 health in a dream the whole time.
There is still a fire that's burning. You see some of the bandits are kind of like running around. There's black powder and liquor everywhere. We should probably put this out, huh?
Probably.
Yes, let's put it out with the liquor.
Oh, I know. I'll cast
God.
grease.
Oh god.
No.
Lily has nothing for this. You know what? The bandits are running outside right now. They're going to the well. Or no, they're not. There's a dock right down the street. They're running to the pier right now, grabbing buckets to come back with water. We'll
How
say after a
inebriated am I?
you rolled a good on your con. You're probably sobered up by now. You're like with seeing the giant like jumping into combat, it probably put a little sober back in. You can do a con check if you'd like. On top of that, let me swap this music back out. Are you guys going to help with kind of running the buckets back and forth?
Yeah.
Kinda get the fire out?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So I've got a spell called Thunder Wave, which emits a wave of thunderous force. I was checking, it doesn't say anything about fire. Would I know how that affects fire?
I mean, you can check and see.
Oh, if I don't know, then I'm not going to risk using it because it might just blow fire 10 feet across the entire room. So
I mean, you can do an Arcana check.
I will try that.
See what your judgment would tell you on this, I guess. What your magical insight would tell you.
Yeah.
You get the impression that it's not going to have very much effect. You don't think it would blow it anywhere, but it's electricity versus fire, you know. There's no book anywhere ever that said throw
It's
your
not
electricity.
electricity.
Is it force?
It's force, so it'd be magical.
Oh. I thought it was like thunder damage or like electric damage or something.
Nope.
I mean, we could flavor it as like you use it as like a wind.
Yeah, I was thinking like that,
I mean-
but also wind can very reliably increase the amount of fire in a room, so I'm probably not going to use that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go and grab buckets.
If it was more like an implosion thing instead of an
Or if
outward
I had some
push,
sort of
because
like,
doesn't that push
water
back
spout.
5 feet?
10 feet.
Yeah.
Not worth
So
it.
yeah, that would probably push it. Yeah. That'd be cool though, like an implosion, like a spell that you know what? Anyways. So yeah, you're all kind of standing there. Are you going to give help to run the water, or are you guys just letting the guards do it?
No, I'm going to grab water.
All
I'm
right.
very hot-headed at the moment, both because my clothes are slightly scorched. I will have to mend those later. And the recent events.
We will say that it takes about 20 minutes or so. As you guys are kind of running through, you're going through the bar again, and a lot of the patrons there are kind of like, oh, crap, and they're all running back and kind of giving hands. It's like a whole ordeal. A lot of the townsfolk are kind of looking like, why do you have a hill giant in here? Like the same kind of question you had. But yeah, after it kind of disperses a little bit, why can't I remove that? Probably because it's not on that layer.
It's
the
really
heck?
hard to select drawn shapes. Try dragging from like top left to bottom right.
Oh, because I'm on the wrong thing.
That might also do it.
Oh my god. So the fire gets out. Lily's gonna kind of walk over. I don't want to be rude. But the group would kind of like some alone time, maybe to pay our respects. And
I concur. I believe it would
Have
be
a
best we
moment.
continue this in the morning.
Lily, that was a very explosive date.
ended
Good
with a
night.
bang.
Yes.
I'm going to look over at what's left of Terrence and think to myself, now is not the time.
It was very
Um,
smashing.
Before just walking off. Like, I,
Lily,
Lily's gonna give a little laugh at this. She's that kind of humor.
Lily, smashing good time. And I walk.
The evening was to die for, gentlemen. She kind of looks over at you. You guys should meet back here maybe tomorrow morning. If my story earlier didn't sway you at all, maybe we could do a little more talking. Maybe get you all working for me. Or for
I'm just gonna
yourselves.
mutter to Varian as we walk out. Oh yes, really sold it there with the giant.
Very
Crap.
professional, these people are.
Why is my shift button acting stupid? I'm not gonna make you guys even roll it. If you would like to, he is wearing that red bandana. If any of you would like to take that, it is a headband of intellect.
It was a smart giant.
That's how you knew to throw the barrel.
I mean,
Oh my god, I love it.
I couldn't make him throw a barrel because his intellect was so low. I was like, wait a second, this is gonna be so good.
Oh, it's so perfect.
Now,
Which is also how he undid the knots to escape.
There you go. I swear this has been on him the whole time. This was not just something I added. This was legitimate because I said it at the beginning.
I love it. I honestly love it.
You guys just fought a hill giant with a headband of intellect. I
It is
don't
so
know if it
perfect.
helps any of you as far as like
Oh, it would definitely help me forget all this.
um
I'm at 11
Yeah.
intelligence. What about you, Varian?
13.
And Carter?
18. Like I
Yeah,
said,
but-
it would help me forget all this.
Yeah, it would only
puts-
boost you up to
yeah.
20.
19.
It
19.
places it at 16. It sets
No,
your
19.
intelligence. Oh, it sets it to 19?
But you can't go above it.
Yeah, it doesn't help me in any way.
And doesn't
make
it
any
take
difference.
attunement, or...
It
Well,
will
I'm
take
an
attunement,
artificer, so
yes.
I can attune to like a million things, but it's not useful.
So, no lie, my last campaign. Sorry to out of character really quick. So, I respect him from 1 to another, and his intellect dropped to like 2, and luckily he had that, and the DM never like thought to curse me for that. Like if he had done something to kill my headband, I would have just I don't know what would have happened.
You would have stopped breathing.
It would have been great. Anyways, but yeah, as you guys are kind of like walking out, you see all the groups kind of going over there. They're kind of cleaning the slop and kind of pushing everything kind of back and trying to separate Terrence from Hill Giant. As you're kind of sheathing your sword, like cut this guy in half. Varian's just walking away like proud,
Light work.
But yeah, as you guys walk out, everyone give me a perception check real quick. You're kind of walking out to the dock areas here, heading back
still
onto the
blind.
main streets. Calvin would see it. Carter definitely sees it. You all see as you're walking kind of back towards the inn. I'm assuming you guys are going to, unless you're going to like a bar or something.
No.
Going
the
to
end.
the inn.
All right. As you guys are heading back, you see some Olympian guards coming from the. Here, let me jump back to the town map. And his music's still playing.
Yep.
I don't know why
Not
it's slow
anymore.
for me. It should just restart since I swapped to here. It's an automatic thingy.
Okay.
All right. So you see some people kind of coming from the west. So I will say you guys are kind of there. So that circle here. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys were here. So that circle is kind of where the warehouse is. And you guys kind of headed up towards probably up and through this way. So right about there, a couple carriages are coming. Horses, a lot of foot soldiers, probably about 40 to 60-ish foot soldiers. I'd say it's about 8 carriages. You gather this is probably about a company level sized force that's kind of walking through and making their way over towards kind of the city hall and stuff like that.
Yeah, you only get 3 attunement slots.
The sword thing that you have doesn't count as one of those, by the way.
But the pendant does, right?
No.
No, it doesn't.
Nope. These are Aurarium items. They are not magic items.
Oh, dope.
Completely different. I've designed it that way.
Neat.
Because I'll explain why after session. But yeah. Anything you guys want to kind of say as they're passing by, or?
Does it look like they're transporting something in particular, or is this more of like a military thing?
Based off your perception check, they look like kind of battle worn. It looks like they've been traveling for quite a distance, and seeing that they're coming from the west, it kind of looks like they're coming from where it's believed that the family ran. So you would assume that they're coming from somewhere to the west, and that's kind of like off that perception roll. That's kind of what you'd get. Maybe you hear some talks, as they're kind of walking through. They mention Windtorm. I don't know if I've told you the name of the town, but it's Windtorm Trees.
Yeah.
It's W-I-N. Okay.
Yeah, I got that.
So a couple of them, kind of talking about it as they're walking through. No one like on horses or carriages, but kind of the foot group people, the lower end enlisted.
If they are talking about it, then I will just at some point see if I can join into a conversation and ask just what news from Windhall.
A couple of the foot soldiers kind of just look at you and keep marching. One of the guys on the horses kind of rolls up. What are you inquiring about with my men?
I'm looking for news from Windhall. It's possible that we are looking for a similar group. I will assume I either took back my flyer or just found another one.
They're all over the
and
city too, yeah.
Yeah, just hand it up to him.
Kind of looks down at it. I'm not here to help a bounty hunter earn his prize. Move along.
Bounty hunter. I
Bounty
will show
hunter.
the colors of Royal Guard. Don't know if you'll recognize it or not, but
Oh,
hired by the crown.
oh, the Royal Guard. Ooh,
Ooh,
Fancy, I know.
very
Your voice
fancy.
so fancy.
Very fancy.
Big paychecks.
Yeah, small paychecks. I bet I still can drink you out of the freaking bar. There
Well,
you go.
if you're looking for wind, Tom, it's been pretty much burned down, so if you're looking for something coming through there, it's probably not there.
I look over
You
at
know what
Car-
caused it?
I didn't
What
do
caused what?
The fire.
Well, we did.
What?
Trying
When-
to burn out the rats.
Well, no, we were sent out there to, we were sent, hold on one sec. About to sneeze. Oh my gosh, dude.
Bless you.
All right, we were sent out there. We were sent out there to basically, oh my gosh, I just went into my Ordwin voice. We were sent out there basically to hold the lines. Ever since the war's been over, a lot of magical stuff happened out there. And we've basically been holding guard. It's been well known, he kind of looks down at the paper. It's been well known that Mr. Robinson's traveled to and from there. We've kind of been held up there for a while. I guess news broke that the family was running, and the resistance in the town of Windtorm decided now's a good time to fight, I guess. A couple of the slaves on the farms there decided, oh, let's have a little rebellion. And let's just say, those farms have been burned, and the rebellion is a lost cause.
Good to know. Does mean that it'll be more difficult for us to track our quarry, but nonetheless, I'm sure you were just doing your job.
Well, a few of them ran south. I don't know if it was your group, but it's not like we were there trying to kill them. We're just burning the farms to get them out of there. We didn't want to kill them, but they tried to fight. You know how war is. We're just there occupying. It's not like we're there trying to be awful. But a large group, I'd say about, I don't know, 60 or so. I'm going to pull up the world map. And is music still playing or no? Yes.
Nope. That's not.
Got it. All right. All right. So they would point out as you're zoomed out, we can write down a few things on here. If I can find freehand, or not freehand, where is it? All right, so we've got Windtorm. She would also, or he would also tell you about the tri-roads. That's pretty much it. All right, he'd kind of pull out his map and show you. Well, a large group of them kind of traveled south from Windtorm. If you follow your map, I'm about to sneeze again. If you follow your map down from the tri-roads, he would tell you no. There's a. Have any of you all ever like been to like a circus or like a traveling fair? You ever seen one of those?
once or twice.
I thought it was the regular guards.
Well, ever since the war, apparently. If you ever have the chance over the tri-roads, basically the traveling fair decided we're not going to travel anymore, and it's like a big fairgrounds out there. But, anyways, he also looks at you. Also, about the tri-roads, if you do go, there's no, how do I put this? There's no jurisdiction there. There's no, it's a peaceful place. People of all types are allowed there, if that makes sense. I don't know, when you go there, you don't really feel anger towards people. Just everyone's kind of accepted. It's a nice place. But anyways, so they traveled straight south. He would tell you that in that southern town there's not like, yeah, right there. There's not like a dock, but they do have like a beached area where boats can like shore, if that makes sense. There's like a ferry that runs between there. And I got something stuck in my throat. That runs between there and I'm gonna jump to a different map. I hate that it's gonna keep switching between stuff. I will use a different color for this. Where's that? All right, here we go. So there's a kind of a boat port here. That runs that way. And as far as you know, it goes that way. I don't know if that's the best colors to use. I'll fix it later. I'll change it to yellow. But yeah, so there's like a talk of like there's a few boats, not a lot of them, that kind of use that. He'll kind of talk to you a little bit more. Right, there's been talks that the pirates have kind of figured out can't really be using the ports down there in Briarstone, so we think they've been beaching right there. Got some guards kind of moving their way down there now to try to hold the line there, but kind of spread thin as it is, you know? Not a lot of crop of food. We have to keep coming back here for resupply.
And you mentioned a party of 60 or so? They were headed south there?
Headed south. I'm gonna bring y'all back. Why does the music keep stopping? It's ticking me off. I'm gonna have to refix all that. Anyways. My mouse is going janky. He kind of looks at you. Yeah, about 60 of them. Not really sure if it was led by anyone or if they were just all running, getting away from the fires. We didn't try to burn houses down. It was mostly just crops, you know, get them out. Crops can be regrown, you know. Houses can't be rebuilt, but we just can't take you shooting at us when we're just trying to be there to keep it safe, you know? And you
No
kind of
idea what you mean.
And kind of looking around, you see that they're like the men do look tired. They look like they've been through the ringer, and they're all kind of making their way towards City Hall. Looking down that way too, you'd notice a couple taller, like 3-story, not buildings, but like hotels and things like that. And you kind of see them all going in there and stabling their horses, things like that. All right. Well, look, as far as your marks there, or whatever, I've got nothing I can give you. If you're gonna look for them, I'd say head towards that city there is probably going to be your best bet. But that was a couple days ago, mate. If anything, if there's organized as it appears that they are, you really think you're going to get them? Needed to probably try to get ahead of them, don't you think?
That was the plan with being here for their arrival.
And whose plan was that?
Orders from the top.
Right. Well, once you actually get out there and you're on your own, looks like you are now, aren't you boys supposed to, like, be able to make decisions on your own?
best to follow a plan until you're certain the plan won't work. And it sounds like this one's rapidly decaying.
Well, take it from someone who's been in the lead of a command for quite a while. You got your own little thing here now. Start doing things the way that you think they should be done, and I guarantee you get them done a lot faster. Figure out where's their true intentions of going, and get there. Not where you think they might be. I'll be over at the inn if y'all want to get a drink or anything later. But I think for now, we're all gonna kind of tuck in, get some showers and stuff.
It's
good.
I won't hold you any longer.
Name's Jeremy, bub. Oh, I'm about to burp now. Name's Jeremy, by the way.
Good to meet you, Jeremy. Carter Damon.
Carter Damon, Jeremy Locke. I'll look forward to maybe meeting with you all. He kind of looks at the rest of you. Where are y'all going to be staying at?
Is your
We're
wife
staying
here?
down by the general store.
I think y'all are at the. It's
I
on
have
the.
it in my notes somewhere.
It's on the handout for the
Broken
legend.
Compass, general store.
That's right. It is just called the general store. Duh.
Yep. Nailed it.
Broken Compass, yeah.
All right. The broken compass. All right. So yeah, you kind of get y'all's information. All right. There's actually not a bad bar right near there. Maybe we'll stop in if y'all are there. But carry on. Good luck with the whole crown thing, I guess.
I'll kind of give him like a half-hearted like salute or whatever we do.
It's kind of common knowledge you all are working for a king and queen, and
Yeah.
let's be honest, no military actually enjoys, being told what to do all the time. So it's kind of a thing amongst most of the soldiers that, yeah, they fight for the king and queen, they love their country, but man, it sucks, It's still the military.
Yeah.
But yeah. So you guys all kind of get back to the inn there. Is there anything you all would kind of like to do as you're settling down?
I'm gonna get some of that puff puff pass from my boy Junior.
Lincoln Jr. Oh my god.
Where is the... Is this the right one? This is not the right one.
Yeah, it's the right
Oh,
one.
it is. Yes, it is. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wait, I already have some. I'm sorry. I have like 20 of them.
Y'all would all be coming through there.
This is the upstairs.
Now you're on
Oh,
the
wait.
downstairs.
Okay,
Yeah,
never
upstairs
mind.
with
I
the
was
bottom
looking.
one.
I scrolled into the wrong one.
Did you guys leave the weapon with him, with Lincoln?
I don't know, Carter. Did you?
Yes.
And you guys
I
have
would
been
have like
gone.
bundled it up and put it like with the rest of my belongings that I'm not actively
Oh.
carrying on.
I completely forgot. It is extremely late at night right now for you guys.
Oh,
I was for some reason
Yes.
thinking it is morning time. It is not morning time.
no.
It's the
Yeah.
middle of the night, yeah.
Okay, so as you guys kind of come through the door, he kind of looks up at you all. I haven't stopped working on it at all. It's so fascinating and it's just beautifully carved.
I appreciate it. Though the next time you wish to work on my belongings, I prefer that you let me know beforehand.
Right. He kind of looks at you all covered in blood and soot. What
How did you cut yourself?
what happened?
But not to
What-
talk about it. I need to get this mended. I'll get the
Right.
scorch marks on my coat.
I went on a date. That's what happened.
Went on a date and got burned, huh?
It was very explosive. I might have seen sparks.
He kind of leans in with like a dad joke wink. Keep it in your pants next time, huh?
I tried.
All right. Well, all your beds are all made up and things like that. You should please get baths and stuff before you go climbing into bed with that. There is laundry service if you'd like to use it. It's only 2 copper pieces.
I'd appreciate it. I'll
Fantastic.
drop down a couple copper.
He hands you a bag. Yeah, just drop your washables in this. Hang it on your doorknob this evening. Son will be
Calvin takes
by.
off his pants.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Everyone roll me a con check really quick.
Oh no.
I'm going to die. A saving throw or a check?
Just a check. Just a check.
Well, that's not very good.
Oh, well.
Oh yeah, no, that's
Oh,
worse.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Carter, you smell it, bud. You just smell that he's been running around in these pants all day. He's had no shower. He's taken his pants. It smells. It's pretty rough.
Yeah, I'm just going to immediately like turn and start leaving.
He kind of, the shopkeep looks over. Lincoln looks. You should probably go wash that. I think you did get burned.
Do I need to see a doctor?
Almost certainly.
Y'all have had a rough night, I guess. Yeah, just hang the bags from the door. My son will be through. He takes it on down, has it washed. And he looks at you there, Calvin. And for the love of God, man, if you're gonna have a cat here, fucking feed it or leave some food with me to feed it. It has been hollering all day, man.
Really? He usually takes care of himself.
It's cold. We don't really have mice walking around for him to just feed himself, you know? Do you expect me to let your cat be indoors?
Yeah?
This is like a no animal residence.
Since when?
I'm allergic to cats, man. Have you had the cat inside?
Calvin looks a little shifty-eyed. No. No. Not at all.
He just kind of walks. Look, y'all, it's about, he looks down at his watch. Do y'all even know what time it is? It's almost 2 a.m.
I'm already like in my room.
Right, you all should go crash. You smell the normal smells coming through the back door. Lincoln kind of comes walking in, sees you all. Right, I'm gonna head on up to bed there, Father. Fellas, laundry, right? Just hanging on the door, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. Nico's heading on upstairs. Senior hands you your weapon pieces back. I don't know which one of y'all is going to be laying claim to that. He hands you that stuff back. I won't work on it again, but a little bit of the work's been done. So we'll say it's going to take you about. I think I said it would take what, like 6 hours.
Something like that.
Something
I'll
like that, yeah.
I'll say he knocked off about 4 of the hours. If you want to take a point of exhaustion to finish it, you can still finish your long rest, but you'll have a point of exhaustion tomorrow. And you can finish the.
No point.
What's that?
I'll do it.
Oh,
You'll do
alright.
it?
Yep.
All right. Take a point of exhaustion.
I assume you take that point of exhaustion in the morning. Otherwise,
Yeah,
the long rest will just negate it.
Yeah, he'll take it for the next day.
Where would I put that? Oh,
It'll go.
I create a new marker,
Yeah.
like in the bottom right, or over on the right side. Like other resources.
You can put it. Pistol shots. Yeah, other resources down there. Why can't I change the name? Use what? Point by. I got it. There we go. Okay. All right. So you all lay down. Calvin, you kind of stay up later in the night. You can still have the benefits of refilling your health, but you will be tired in the morning. Basically, is what this point of exhaustion is. But yeah, you all get a pretty decent rest. Calvin, you spend a good time cleaning this weapon, actually like looking at the parts, trying to figure out how they work. You see where like some of the rust is holding it to where it just won't like lock together. But spending like the evening actually like fine detailing using like a wire brush, getting in there, you get it to a point using some like really nice gun oil and things like that as well that Lincoln actually kind of stayed up with you in the night working on this. We'll say, where did you want to work on this? In the room or?
I don't know. I would follow Lincoln's.
They have the barn outside where he kind of does a lot of his work. There's a table right here.
I guess it would have more
Um,
tools, right?
Yeah, he's got all the tools and stuff like that you would need right there. So yeah, if you guys are kind of out there, you know, you're smoking, having a good time, chilling. He's talking to about a little bit more about heading towards, I forget the name of the city. It wasn't Caravan he wanted to go to.
Oh,
Or
it
no, it
was
was
one.
Caravan.
Yeah, it was Caravan.
He's talking a little bit more about Caravan to you and how it's over in the Eastern Kingdoms, kind of talking to you about all that stuff. Um, Kind of talking to you a little bit about the evening. I don't know what you would have told to him about kind of what you all just did. But yeah, just kind of chilling, relaxing, working on it. And once you get like it really nice and oiled, it's like a nice, like you get that nice metal sliding on sliding sound, and like that nice thunk of the metal hitting against metal. And then as you
Mm-hmm.
turn it to lock it into place, you get that nice click. Like it's just all so perfect as it sets. You give the revolver a nice spin, and it goes for a nice like 4 or 5 spins before it slowly just slows down a little bit. Like it's really, really nicely. Actually, I don't know how well you did it. Give me a roll really quick.
Tinker's tools.
Yeah. Actually, give me just a. Let me see. Give me just a dex check. Just a straight dex.
All right.
Can't use tools.
This is more so not really using the tools so much as the care that he's putting into like the cleaning and all that stuff.
Okay.
So
Did you
the
roll?
save and throw or the
Just a dex check.
oh god
21. So yeah, everything that I just said holds true. All right. So now we're gonna do the tinkering tools to actually assemble it. So
So
give me a
that
tinkering check. With this, Lincoln is like in your face, like down with you. He's got like these magnifying glasses on. You know, one's up, one's down. I was gonna say you got it at advantage, but you rolled a nice 24 anyways. But yeah, you guys are like in it. Hearing the way that it's clicking together and stuff, and he's like really excited. You get it all together. It just all locks into place, and you are now holding in your hands the revolving gunblade. Where is... So this can be used 2 different ways. And I don't see the sheet. I'm gonna have to whisper you all the stats and stuff like that. And for you as well, I'm gonna need you to let me know when you roll a natural 20 or a 1. And I'll get you the rest of the stats later, as it's all you don't know what this thing is going to do. There are some targets kind of set up in the barn. It is very late to be popping off some shots, but in the morning you're more than welcome to give it some tries. It's not really going to tell you what the gun can do as far as like its potential, but it will let you kind of see what the damage is like as far as, you know, the
right.
1D whatever. Kind of let you know that. I will say this. You can also make a melee attack with it and pop a pistol shot at the same time. So like if you wanted to try that in the morning, we can kind of work all that stuff too. And we'll kind of figure it all out, because I'm going to kind of design this as we go as far as the damage. What's a normal revolver do as far as damage? 1d6 or is it 1d8?
I believe it's
So I
V8.
do 1d10 for the pistol.
For the pistol, that's the roll on the bullet. Like,
Oh, on the bullet.
no, like what?
Or-
That's the gun's damage. I'm talking about just a standard revolver.
I believe it's one. It's either 1d6 or 1d8.
I'm about to look it up really quick. Oh, nice! It's in D&D Beyond. 2d8 for revolver. So it's a 2d8. And then the slashing is going to be a 2d6. However, if you pop a shot while doing the slashing, it's not going to be 2d8. It's only going to be
You
1d8.
might want to make the slash a 1d6, because 2d6
Oh yeah, I'm
hits as
sorry.
hard as a great sword.
I'm so sorry. 1d6. I did not mean to say 2d6, and we'll keep it at the 2d8 for the gun damage. Yeah, that works. Because it's more like a flare with it. Yeah, I like it. And it's also letting you shoot your gun within a 5-foot range of somebody and still do damage.
Well, it'll still do damage. You just have disadvantage to hit normally.
Exactly. So we're kind of making this on the fly, y'all. I'm going to write this in the notes, and I'll help you build the thing later.
All right.
So what did we say? We said 2d8 damage. I'm actually going to make it 1d4 slashing.
Like a dagger.
Because I think that's what a dagger is, right?
Yep.
All right, so that's just listed there for now. I'll add it to your sheet and all that stuff later, bud. And it only holds, I think it's 6. Yeah, it's only 6 shots. Lincoln kind of looks at you. Oh, you could probably like craft some like quick reload things too. Like he kind of explains to you. You've seen revolver quick load mechanisms before, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, they're not really a thing yet, but he's kind of like explaining to you an idea. You see Lincoln's like got a sketchbook here at this table too, where he's got some like inventions that he's kind of drawn, you know? Not like high-end weaponsmith stuff, but you're definitely seeing like, looking through his book, you're seeing a lot of potential within the book as far as like ideas.
You know
So
what
it's kind of
also?
like say again?
You know what also would be cool there, Lincoln?
What's
We
that, man?
had a big old giant throw a gunpowder keg at us today, and it blew up. What
Is
if
that
we
why
could
you're all
actually? Yes,
covered in
that's
soot.
yeah. What if we did
Okay.
something of the same volition, like throwing like a bomb or something at someone by using a projectile of some sort, kind of like a
You
crossbow.
you like almost see like his like a light bulb come on, like a Molotov cocktail, but like not needing to like light a bottle and throw it, but like a projected explosive thing.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So when I need to kick down a door, I don't have to be right beside the door.
Well, we also have to figure out how to make it more stable. You can't just travel around with things like that. That could just blow up on you.
Exactly. Maybe it's kind of like a cannonball. A
Like
giant cannonball.
yeah. I was thinking, like, I like your idea, like you were saying with the crossbow bolts. Maybe something we could affix, like upon impact, it explodes.
Yeah.
How did you say it? How did you say it? It lit off in the fight you were in today.
Good
Let's
question.
see if Drake remembers.
It kind of just fell on us, and I guess it hit Carter. Maybe he was smoking? I don't know.
All right, out of character. The ground, when as it hit across the ground, there was some flint rock like in that they've used for the rocks. It's not like concrete here; it's kind of rock. There is flint and stuff in the rock, which is kind of what sparked it.
Really? Did I rolled a 16 perception when I came into the place, so I don't know if I actually paid attention to the flint rock or not. You tell
It's
me.
it's not like there's just pieces of flint rock. It's just back then there wasn't like processing. You found rock, you broke it up, and you just kind of brought it in to kind of lay it out. So it's not like they meant to have flint in there around this stuff. They're bandits.
Mhm.
They're not the smartest people. They bought some like a thing of rock. They had it broken, and it just so happens to be pieces of flint within it that when the black powder rolled across it, it sparked. That's all.
Maybe this is kind of like the whole math equation popping up over my head.
He kind of looks
Thinking.
at you. What about something like, well, how do the bullets work, right? Like the
Oh.
metal hits the back and then it ignites. What if we made something that when the arrow tip hit, the pin pushed into the powder.
And then ignites from inside.
And then ignite. Yeah. Oh, that's dirty. You mean like a timer?
Yeah, and kind of makes shrapnel everywhere.
Lincoln kind of like leans back a little bit. You're a little bit more twisted than I thought you were.
I was in the Navy.
All right. I mean, this is definitely, you see him like doodling in his book. He's got like an arrow drawn out, and it looks like almost like a what is the burlap sack? Almost is what he's drawn on the tip of it, kind of. And you see him like he's talking like, and kind of fill this with the powder, and then you see he's like drawing like this little metal pin type shape, and then this is gonna with a spring, and he's just talking, and you see him kind of laying out some ideas as you're kind of the hours are passing and the gun's kind of finished.
And you could even do like a chain shot too, if you really wanted to, kind of like a Ebola. So in sea warfare, you have these two cannonballs, right, that are attached to a piece of chain.
What it does like for hunting, when you wrap up animals.
Kind of, but
like
these are actually to break down masts. So in a way, you could actually do that with a snare of some sort if you really wanted to.
Wait, do you guys have a ship?
No, but I used to sail. The old ship that we had in the Navy, I was told to grab this cannonball or that cannonball. And things, I was just told to do it. I didn't really get to fire off cannons. Maybe I fired off once or twice. But
you're looking to like downscale the bolas to like a smaller size, like a snare you could use, basically.
Technically, why not, right?
I'll see what I can do. And he's writing down in his book a little bit more. He kind of looks up at you. Oh God, I'm supposed to be doing y'all's laundry. All right. Well,
Hobbs.
You should probably hit.
Hobbs, do my laundry.
Hobbs kind of looks up at you. As you guys are all sitting out there, Hobbs is. I'll move him onto this stack. I know none of it's over there. Hobbs kind of sitting on the stack of hay over in the bar and kind of looks over at you, and just puts its head right back down, like you've lost your mind. No, it's all right. Look, it's getting like anyways. He looks down. Oh my gosh, it's almost 4 a.m. You should get your rest too. I'm gonna get the laundry and all done.
Fantastic.
How many more days do you all plan to be here? Or you guys gonna be heading out of town soon? And he kind of he pulls out a burlap sack. I told you, 1,000 gold to get me there. He pushes over. He's given you nothing yet, correct?
No, he hasn't.
All right. He slides you over 500 gold pieces right now. There's the deposit. Like I said, you get me out of town, you keep just that. You get me to caravan, he holds up another sack. I've got the rest right here. But think on it, and I'm going to get this laundry finished up, and you should get yourself some sleep.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, good night there, Calvin. And he closes up his book, and you see it's got like a lock, like an old diary would have. And he kind of throws it into his little leather bag that he's got too, little shoulder bag, and goes heading on out, running to the house. And yeah, you see Hobbs is kind of looking through the barn now that it's up, trying to like look for mice. You don't see any yourself, but you get the feeling Hobbs might find some out here if he's chilling out here. You make your way on to the inn, and on upstairs. You see that the boys are like crashed out right now. There's still dirty clothes hanging on the doors. I'm going to take a guess that Carter and Varian completely de-armor. I can't imagine Varian laying in bed in full just metal armor.
Varian's all
does that.
It's like a second skin, man.
Varian just literally sleeps like.
I have literally never seen him without his helmet on.
At least the
my
helmet's always on. I don't know about the armor, but the helmet always stays on.
All right, Varian's laying in bed, just a helmet on. It's closed all the way down. No armor. He's wearing like a tank top, some boxer shorts. You know, the typical heart boxer shorts. Just laying there. Give me a
secret
stealth check.
Out of character. Varian has like the reverse claustrophobia, where he has to actually have this over his face the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
We don't know.
He gets scared of the open world.
Small spaces are just comforting. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Some
All
of the
right.
best places I've ever been have been small places. Roll me a stealth check.
21.
21. Yeah, you get in there no problem. You know that they're sleeping, so you're trying to be on your best behavior, your tiptoes. You haven't been out in casinos and just making a fool lately. The boys just picked you up from jail, so you're like trying to be on your better behavior, and you kind of lay down, get tucked into bed.
I take
And yeah,
off
you
my
have a
socks.
just socks.
No, well, I've already taken off my pants. I don't know. We've been literally working in the barn without pants on this
That's
whole
fine.
time.
I figured you put all your stuff in the bag, so you're just kind of in your whatever now. I figured you'd be in bed naked, if anything. That's how I
I'd probably
imagine.
have
That's just
I'd probably have boxers on just for the decency of the. Actually, no, I'm gonna go full, yeehaw cowboy style,
I
and
feel
I'm
like
gonna
that's Calvin. I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna take off my socks. Hopefully, it doesn't wake
Target's
anyone
very
up.
professional. He's got his button-up pajamas. The collar is tied up, and if he had a tie, it would be on there as well. No.
all his important documents are in his pajama pants pocket.
Yep. Can't trust anyone without it. Oh yeah, and it's in the inside pocket as well, so it can't be pickpocketed while he's asleep.
Never know when you might have to do your taxes when you're sleeping.
Look, you never know. What if I have a nightmare about being in front of trying to present what I've been up to the past week? I've got all my notes on me,
That's why Calvin's doing this as a power move. If anyone tries to talk to him, he's gonna stand there naked and see if they're gonna break before he does. Big boss move.
All
what's
right.
up.
All right. It is getting to that time. I apologize to everyone who might be watching. Jesus. All right. A little context. I have only had 3 hours of sleep, and I am starting to get tired. But yeah, I want to see before I do go ahead and finish this up. Yeah, you all wake up. You're nice and refreshed. You can add your HPs and things back.
Heck yeah.
Except for you, Drake. You have exhaustion still, Calvin. Yeah, you all wake up. It's a nice sunny day. You look outside. For the first time in a while, you actually see snow falling. Not like a heavy, heavy snow. It's very light. Nothing sticking to the ground yet. But you can kind of see it's about to start being that kind of weather. But yeah. So you all kind of come downstairs. I'm gonna kind of give you guys like a little synopsis of where you're at the moment, and then you guys are free to kind of figure out what you want to do from there. So you've been told kind of that everyone's that group kind of not that group, but a group of people has moved south from Windtorm. So there is that option there. There is this thing with Lincoln that's happening. There's that. And then there's also heading back towards Olympia. You guys kind of have like free reign of what you would kind of like to do. You can meet back with why can't I think of her name? Lucy. If you want to kind of pursue that. You would know that Simon is also planning on being back in town on the next shipment day, which should be probably, I don't think it's this day. I think it would be the next day Simon would be back. So you can kind of wait for him if you'd like to. But yeah, that's kind of what the group's got going on before we do end it. I appreciate everyone that took the time to watch. And if you're watching on YouTube, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Give Drake all the loves and shares. And we appreciate you taking the time to come sit with us with this Seas of Hysteria. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.